Welcome to this week's show of the 7th Floor, UALR's student-produced series. I'm Josh Smith.
And I'm Brianka Taylor. Today we will be taking a look at journalism and see how the process works.
Arkansas Eats will be showing us today where we can sample a taste of Italy right here in Arkansas.
Arts for Our Sakes will be showing us an artist skilled in 3D art and photography.
Hidden Treasures will be taking us today to the River Market, downtown Little Rock.
And finally, let's not forget, #random, where Dr. Giese will explore nanotechnology.
Ever wonder just how journalism works? Many of us receive newspapers every Sunday morning, or we check the news every day or for the latest information to be released. But there is always a group of people working behind the scenes to publish each story that we read. Today we will be speaking with the Forum to learn a little bit more about how journalism works and understand what goes into making a newspaper.
My name is Jennifer Ellis. I'm the executive editor of the Forum. I joined the Forum my second semester at UALR. I was a staff writer first, and then I worked my way up to features editor. I did that for a year, and then now I've been the executive editor for 2 years. As executive editor, it's my job to oversee the Forum and make sure that we put out a good product. It starts with making sure that we come up with good story ideas. That's with editor meetings, which we have every Sunday. We make sure that we come up with good story ideas, kind of discuss them and make sure that we know which angles to cover, and also just to have like an overall sense of what each edition is going to look like. Then I also work directly with the staff to make sure that they know what kind of questions to ask, help them come up with ideas for that, and also copy editing, making sure that all the questions are answered that need to be answered, and making sure the grammar, punctuation, AP style is adhered to. It's really important that the staff connects together as a team because we work so closely together. Writing's kind of a personal thing, but in order to get better, you need to work with editors to make sure that you're progressing in your writing. And so, when you're having to critique people on their writing and help improve their writing, it's important that you get along and that you know each other, so we can know how to talk to each other about what needs to be improved. So we do team building exercises. Like one week we had a newspaper snowball fight, so we crumpled up some newspapers and just threw them at each other, and it was fun. Other times we've done things where like we put the editors' faces on a popsicle stick and we split up into teams and we asked them silly questions, like just ridiculous things really, and they had to guess who was each person's response was. And so that's fun, and we just have a good time, and that just takes up a short amount of our meeting, a short portion of our meeting. And then we can get to the business at hand of doling out stories, but being able to have those fun activities is important. We find stories a lot of ways. We do have an editor email, which we get a lot of press releases sent to us so we have to sift through that and find out what's actually good for students and faculty, things that they will want to know about. Also, we just have to be observant, see what's going on around campus, be able to ask good questions. When we see something that's going on around campus, if we ask about it, sometimes that leads to story ideas. Also, by looking on social media, trying to see if people are talking about things on Facebook, what events are going on, we use that. And just being part of campus, talking to our friends and knowing what they're involved with also helps us to come up with story ideas. As journalists, we have news values that we look at, and if we take our news values, which have to do with proximity and timeliness and prominence, uniqueness, things like that, if we kind of analyze whether a story is going to fit within those news values, then that is what helps us choose what to cover and what we're not going to cover at the time. I feel that most journalists, and me in particular, that I really have a sense of civic duty, civic pride, and I feel like covering the news and getting people the information that they need to know to make their life decisions is an important thing. Journalists don't go into journalism for the money, and so being able to tell a story, being able to get a scoop, find the information that people want to know about is what makes it exciting. Yeah, if someone is interested in journalism at all, or even in just writing for the Forum, you don't have to be a journalism major. My suggestion is just to come to the meetings. We have meetings every Tuesday, 12:30. We do fun activities, and then we also dole out assignments. But if you just come, check it out for a couple weeks, or just jump right in and take a story, the worst that's going to happen is that you're going to need to sit down with the editor and do some editing, and that's a good thing. Helps you learn as a writer. There's gonna be things that you don't know. AP style is very specific to journalism, and so if you're gonna need a little bit of help learning what AP style is, our editors are always here and have office hours specifically to help people with their writing.
There's a lot of work that goes into producing a newspaper, or even a show if you think about it. But I think it is important to have those papers printed out for us.
I agree. It definitely seems like a lot of work, but it seems like they also know how to have fun and be friends at the same time.
Yeah, I think it's good the way they connect with each other like that. Just remember, it's never too late to learn something new. So if you're interested in journalism, check out the Forum or the School of Mass Communications.
Well, after the break, Arkansas Eats will be showing us where to find good Italian food. Stay tuned.
Take advantage of the difference a quality education from a leading university can make. A difference that comes from being in the right place with the right skills. Especially when you combine it with the quality of life and employment opportunities you find only in the state's capital of business and government, the University of Arkansas at Little Rock. A difference of degree.
When you're finished with your food or beverage cartons, toss it in the recycling bin. Because every carton is recyclable and can be turned into useful paper products. When the contents are gone, let the carton live on. Recycle your cartons.
Welcome back to the 7th floor. Previously we discussed the field of journalism, but now it's time for Arkansas Eats.
Do you like the taste of Italian and want to sample a piece of Italy? Today, Arkansas Eats will be taking us to Bruno's Italian Bistro, located right here in Little Rock. Let's see what is on the menu today as Andy has the story.
Buongiorno, and welcome to this week's Arkansas Eats. Today we have a special treat for you. We're at Bruno's Italian Bistro, located at Bowman Curve. So, we've been hearing a lot of great things about it, so let's go on inside and see what they have to offer.
Came to the United States in 1985, and I was born over in Kosovo, which is, I'm an Albanian, native of, and I, close to Italy, closer than anybody around here, close to recipes. I'm a culinary degree chef, and, I learned different cooking besides Italian. I can cook, all kind of different foods, Italian food, Portuguese, Spanish, and also German food. I'm very specialized, but I concentrate on Italian food because in U.S. it was more, needed, or people they eat more Italian food than any other food, and it's very unique food. My Italian cuisine is it's got northern and southern both, which is a good combination to have for Italian food. Which is you got creamy sauces, and also we have red sauce. Like the South is more based on red sauces, tomato sauce. Our recipes, they're authentic Italian recipes, but we're not related to old Bruno. We're doing strict Italian, authentic Italian food made from scratch from the kitchen. We give options to customers, so besides the menu what we offer, also we give them options, to make their own plate. If it's not on the menu and I'm in the kitchen, then I can prepare any dish that anybody can cook, as far as Italian cuisine. So I'm not limited what I do, and I don't want customers to feel like they're limited when they come up here. We serve everything their needs, from salads, soups, pastas, veal, chicken, steaks, all kind of seafood, from shrimps, clams, mussels, and then also we do the great the best New York style pizzas. Calzones, stromboli, sausage rolls, veg pizzas, vegetarian rolls, you name it. Like I said earlier, I don't want people to feel like they're limited.
Well, I got my favorite Italian cuisine, which is pizza. It's got a lot of different variety of toppings, such as mushrooms, olives, Italian sausage, pepperoni, onions, and ham. So it looks great. I can't wait to see how it tastes. So let's go ahead and see how it tastes. That is fantastic. Just the amount of nice Italian spices and nice vegetables on it, such as onions and olives. Tastes great. So if you're in the mood for good homemade Italian pizza, come on by Bruno's Italian Bistro. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have this week on Arkansas Eats. Until next week, back to you in the studio.
That pizza certainly looks good, and I like that we can go in there and order whatever we want. Italy, here I come.
I'm telling you, lasagna, pizza, salad, I don't care. I'm so hungry now. Watching Arkansas Eats makes me that hungry. I love trying new foods, and I am always looking for a good place to eat.
There are many places to choose from, so I'm glad that every week Arkansas Eats shows us what each place has to offer.
Truly, truly true. And I think we can all appreciate the restaurant reviews, especially when you're hungry, like me.
Now it is time to explore the important landmarks and locations of Arkansas in this week's Hidden Treasures. Today we will be exploring the River Market, Little Rock's outdoor entertainment stretch for everyone from entertainer to farmer. Here is Hidden Treasures with more on the story. For some, the River Market District is the lifeblood of Little Rock's downtown scene. For others, it's a place to do business, a place to grab a marvelous meal, meet up with friends, or catch some great Arkansas live music. No matter who you are, the River Market District is a good time. The River Market stands as an unofficial cultural center in Little Rock. On any given day, you'll find a wealth of cuisine from every part of the globe, skilled Arkansas artists practicing their crafts, and even Arkansas live music. You can browse local produce at the farmers market or shop for clothing and more in nearby boutiques. The River Market also features the Riverfest Amphitheater. It is Arkansas's premier outdoor concert venue. It hosts many concerts and events each year, from Riverfest to the July 4th Pops. Its outdoor stage has a magnificent view located right on the Arkansas River and within one of Little Rock's largest and most popular public parks, Riverfront Park, located on La Harpe Boulevard on the south bank of the Arkansas River in downtown Little Rock. The park provides 33 acres of urban parkland for outdoor events, leisure activities, and a glimpse of the state's history. The River Market District is located in the heart of Little Rock on the banks of the Arkansas River and will entice your senses with rich entertainment, dining, shopping, and cultural experiences. The River Market is a short walk or trolley ride from most downtown hotels, making it one of the best spots to eat, shop, play, and stay in Little Rock. There's just so much to see at the River Market. That is always a good place to visit.
Definitely is, and more food if you think about it. I would encourage everyone to stop by there if they haven't already. I think it may surprise you just how much there actually is to do down there.
Coming up after the break, we will be showcasing the talents of a 3D sculptor and photographer. More on that later. Stay tuned.
Can a university truly make a difference? Not just in the life of its own students, but in the life of a city, a state, the world. There's no question. By supporting a range of exceptional programs, like the state's only doctoral degree in criminal justice, the positive influence can be felt everywhere. The University of Arkansas at Little Rock, a difference of degree.
He serves his party best who serves the country best. Rutherford B. Hayes.
Patriotism is easy to understand in America. It means looking out for yourself by looking out for your country. Calvin Coolidge.
Government is the people's business, and every man, woman, and child becomes a shareholder with the first penny of tax paid. Ronald Reagan.
There's nothing wrong in America that can't be fixed of what is right in America. William Clinton.
Be the we now.
Welcome back to the 7th floor. Previously, we explored the vibrance of the Little Rock River Market, but now it is time to appreciate the art of a college student perfecting her craft.
Today, we will be profiling UALR student Shamika Covington, an artist skilled in 3D art and photography. To find out how she uses her skills and brings those to life, here's correspondent Emily with the story.
Welcome back to Art for Art's Sake. This week we will be entering the fine arts world. We will be showcasing a UALR art major, Shamika Covington, who expresses her creativity through 3D art and photography. Here is Shamika.
My name is Shamika Covington. My classification is I'm a junior, and my major is studio art, and my minor is photography. I first became interested in art when I was 11 years old. I was always fascinated with color and values and contrast and stuff like that. 3D art, to me, in my own opinion, is a unique style of art, and I started liking art when I was in 12th grade more to learn about art history and learn about the meaning of 3D, so it just really caught my attention ever since then.
I imagine 3D art takes lots of patience and skill. Shamika spends hours sketching before she brings her art to life. Let's take a look.
Well, the first process was creating a piece. I start off with an idea. I look at other pieces of art and I go from sketching to different designs of what I want and just narrowed it down to one piece, then create it as a final piece of art. You can create art or an art piece out of any material. It depends on what you want to create, what you're trying to display, or what your instructor wants, or you can make art out of anything, just put your mind to it.
Not only does Shamika express her creativity through 3D art, you may also find her snapping pictures around local landmarks and areas in Little Rock.
My favorite subject is to shoot as a photographer. I love nature. It's very beautiful to take, and it's easier to look at it in a different perspective. I see things in a different way that probably other people don't see. It shows a different side of like how everything is being created, so it's very interesting. It always catches my eye. My dream job is to have my own studio and to have my own art gallery as well, to show off local artists and their work and also my work, and to get back to the community and do what I love, taking pictures for the rest of my life.
Shamika's passion for her artwork is very inspiring. Be sure to look out for her art studio in the future. That's all we have time for this week. Thanks for tuning in to Art for Art's Sake, and we'll see you next time.
I love all the detail that goes into each work that Shamika does. It takes a lot of time and patience to create something like that, but I think she has a natural talent for it.
I certainly agree with you. Each piece she does certainly has so much amazing clarity to it. I think we might be seeing her art in some museum someday, and I would certainly go see that.
Well, I wish her good luck in a successful career. Coming up after the break, Dr. Giese will be giving us a glimpse of the future. Stay tuned.
There are thousands of dogs and cats housed in shelters that need your help. Local shelter professionals and volunteers give their heart and soul to help unwanted animals and deserve your support. Americans give millions every year to national animal organizations, but unless you give to your local shelter, you can't be sure that money will make it to the pets that need it most. Adopt, volunteer, and give to your local animal shelter. To find your local shelter, go to humaneforpets.org.
A different standard is applied to a world-class research university, where important discoveries are made and partnerships thrive in the state's core of science and medicine, where those who search so hard for answers still have an opportunity to find themselves. The University of Arkansas at Little Rock, a difference of degree.
Our national forests. We cherish their beauty. We marvel at their majesty. We embrace their heritage. But do you know how much we depend on our national forests? For clean air, wood for our homes, and drinking water for millions of Americans. So much depends on our national forests, but now they're depending on us. Trees have been devastated by insects, disease, and fires that burn so hot even the seeds of future forests are destroyed. The Arbor Day Foundation asks for your help in replanting our national forests, because so much depends on what we do today. So much beauty, so much life, so much that we hold dear. We must act now so that future generations can also depend on our national forests. Visit arborday.org. See what we're doing. See how you can help.
Welcome back to the 7th floor. We have been exploring places around the state, but now it's time to explore the strange mind of Dr. Giese.
Today on #Random, we will visit Dr. Giese as he shares his view of the world with us. Any topic can be discussed and nothing is off limits. Here's Dr. Giese for #Random.
Okay, laugh all you want. I had to dress up to prove to Josh that he wasn't the only sharp dresser on the set. I want to talk to you today about teeny tiny stuff, nanotechnology. I expect you've at least heard the word and you may kind of sort of know what it means. It's all about making things that perform work at the molecular level. Nanotechnology is really hot right now. UALR has a nanotechnology center. One of the reasons is because the government has grants that fund research in nanotech. Billions of dollars of grants, and one of the reasons our tax dollars are funding this research is because there are some really amazing possibilities to transform our everyday lives. What sort of possibilities, you ask? Well, let me see. First, there are medical applications. It may be possible to make hordes of tiny machines that can be injected into your bloodstream to perform important maintenance functions like removing cholesterol or arterial plaques that would greatly reduce heart disease or reduce the plaque that forms around the neurons in our brains and causes Alzheimer's disease. This could really help cure some serious diseases and extend human lifespans. But as they say on the infomercials, wait! There's more. If you can make these tiny little machines, there's a lot more you might be able to do. For instance, you could send a spaceship with a payload of nanoscale machines to an asteroid to build larger machines and mine it. The whole concept of nanotechnology is based on the premise of self-replicating machines. They're called von Neumann machines. Well, because the guy who thought them up was a German scientist named von Neumann. But anyway, he called them universal constructors. He called them that because they had two key elements. First, you could program them to build stuff, and second, they could self-replicate. What that means is you could program them to make anything and make enough of themselves to complete even really big jobs, bridges, buildings, spaceships. Of course, one of the problems was what happens when they're done. This is where our tale of a very bright and shiny future built by teeny tiny machines takes a turn for the worse. Nanotechnology is one of those things that generate a lot of arguments in the engineering and scientific community. For instance, one of the things nanotechnology might make possible is something scientists are calling smart dust. These are teeny machines the size of a dust particle that have a radio transmitter and a sensor or sensors or a camera that keep track of almost anything or everything. That might enable a surveillance capability that would generate a super Big Brother society where everything was recorded and accessible to the authorities. The beginnings of this technology are already here. It's called RFID, and Walmart uses it to track the stuff they sell from the factory to the home. Then there's the issue of gray goo. Gray goo, you say? Yes, that is what less optimistic scientists and futurologists have said might happen when the machines finish their job. They just keep going, replicating and replicating until they cover every surface in the universe. I think it'd be pretty nice to have my arteries cleaned out regularly by tiny little machines, but I want to be able to shut them off when they're done, just like you can shut the show off when it's over. And speaking of which, we are done. So until next time, #Random.
I think it's amazing what science is able to achieve today. You wouldn't ever think something so small could be used for so many things.
It certainly is a fascinating field of study. Technology just changes so much in such a small amount of time. When it comes to technology, you always have to stay on your toes to keep up.
Certainly do, certainly do. Well, that's all the time we have for today on the 7th floor. Join us next week for more exciting stories relevant to the natural state. Good day to you all, and remember to always tune in to the 7th floor. I'm Josh Smith.
And I'm Brianka. Good day.